Stress is an experience that touches everyone at some point, whether it's the pressures of work, the demands of family life, or the complexities of daily living. But what exactly is stress? How does it impact our bodies and minds? And most importantly, how can we take control of it before it takes control of us? These are questions that many of us face, and understanding and managing stress is crucial for living a balanced and fulfilling life. Welcome back to Health Square, the podcast where we explore the most important health topics to help you live your best life. I'm Bills, and today we're talking about something that affects everyone at some point: stress. Whether it's work, family, or just the pressures of everyday life, stress can creep in and take over, leaving us feeling overwhelmed and out of control. But what exactly is stress? How does it affect our bodies? And most importantly, how can we manage it? In this episode, we'll dive deep into the physiology of stress, explore its different types, and discuss effective strategies for managing it. Let me start with a story about my friend Mike, who always seemed like the picture of calm. Mike had a high-pressure job, but he never seemed to let it get to him until one day it did. Out of nowhere, he started experiencing headaches, trouble sleeping, and a constant feeling of anxiety. He was irritable and found it hard to focus on even simple tasks. It wasn't until his doctor told him that he was dealing with chronic stress that Mike realized how much the pressures of his job were affecting him. Mike's story is a reminder that stress doesn't always show up in obvious ways, but its impact can be profound. What is stress? Understanding the physiology behind it. To understand how to manage stress, it's important to first understand what stress actually is. Stress is a natural response to a perceived threat or challenge, often referred to as the fight or flight response. When you encounter a stressful situation, your body reacts by releasing hormones like adrenaline and cortisol. These hormones prepare your body to either confront the threat or run away from it. This response is incredibly useful in situations where immediate action is needed, such as when you're in danger. However, in modern life, stress is more often triggered by non-life-threatening situations like work deadlines or financial concerns, leading to a constant state of heightened alertness. The hypothalamus, a part of your brain, plays a key role in initiating the stress response. When the hypothalamus detects a threat, it sends signals to the adrenal glands, which then release adrenaline and cortisol. These hormones increase your heart rate, elevate your blood pressure, and boost your energy supplies, preparing your body to respond to the stressor. However, when stress becomes chronic, when the stress response is activated too frequently or for too long, it can lead to a variety of health problems, from anxiety and depression to heart disease and digestive issues. Mike's experience is a perfect example of how chronic stress can manifest. His body was in a constant state of fight or flight, even when there was no immediate danger. Over time, this took a toll on his physical and mental health, leading to symptoms that he initially didn't even recognize as being related to stress. Exploring the different types of stress. Not all stress is the same, and understanding the different types can help you manage it more effectively. Acute stress is the most common type of stress. It's the short-term stress you feel when you're in a situation that's new, exciting, or challenging. For example, Sarah, a colleague of mine, felt acute stress before giving a big presentation at work. Her heart raced, and she felt a surge of adrenaline, but once the presentation was over, her stress levels returned to normal. Acute stress is usually manageable and can even be beneficial in small doses, as it helps you stay focused and alert. Chronic stress, on the other hand, is long-term stress that persists over an extended period. This type of stress can be caused by ongoing pressures, such as a difficult job, financial problems, or a challenging relationship. Mike's situation is a classic case of chronic stress. Unlike acute stress, which goes away once the situation is resolved, chronic stress keeps your body in a heightened state of alertness, which can lead to serious health problems if not addressed. Some people experience episodic acute stress, which occurs when someone frequently experiences acute stress. This might be due to a lifestyle that is constantly demanding or a personality that thrives on chaos and pressure. Jake, another friend of mine, fits this description perfectly. He's always juggling multiple projects and seems to be constantly rushing from one crisis to the next. While he might be able to handle it in the short term, the frequent episodes of stress are starting to catch up with him, leading to burnout and health issues. Traumatic stress occurs after an individual experiences a shocking or dangerous event, such as an accident, natural disaster, or personal assault. This type of stress can lead to post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, a serious condition that requires professional treatment. Carol, who was involved in a serious car accident, developed traumatic stress symptoms afterward. She found herself reliving the accident in her mind, and everyday activities like driving became a source of intense anxiety. In Carol's case, it was essential for her to seek therapy to help manage and overcome these symptoms. The impact of stress on your health. Stress can affect nearly every system in your body, and the effects can be both immediate and long-lasting. One of the most immediate effects of stress is on your mental health. Chronic stress can lead to anxiety, depression, and other mood disorders. Mike, for example, found himself feeling constantly anxious and on edge. He was unable to relax even when he wasn't at work. And this anxiety started to spill over into other areas of his life, affecting his relationships and overall sense of well-being. Stress also has a significant impact on your heart. When you're stressed, your body releases hormones that increase your heart rate and blood pressure. While this is fine in short bursts, over time, it can strain your heart and increase your risk of heart disease. Sarah's father, who had a stressful job for many years, developed high blood pressure, which eventually led to heart problems. His doctors made it clear that managing his stress was crucial to protecting his heart health. The connection between stress and digestive issues is well documented. Stress can cause or exacerbate conditions like irritable bowel syndrome, IBS, acid reflux, and ulcers. Carol, who was already dealing with chronic stress from her job, started experiencing severe stomach pain and digestive problems. After several tests, her doctor linked these issues to stress, and managing her stress levels became a key part of her treatment plan. Chronic stress can weaken your immune system, making you more susceptible to infections and illnesses. When Jake was going through a particularly stressful period at work, he found himself catching colds more frequently and taking longer to recover. This was a clear sign that his stress was compromising his immune function, leaving him vulnerable to illness. How to manage stress effectively? Managing stress effectively involves a combination of lifestyle changes, relaxation techniques, and in some cases, professional help. Relaxation techniques, such as deep breathing, meditation, and yoga, are effective ways to calm the mind and reduce stress. For instance, Sarah started practicing mindfulness meditation after realizing how much stress was affecting her life. She found that even a few minutes of meditation each day helped her feel more centered and less reactive to stressors. Deep breathing exercises can be done anywhere, anytime, and are a simple way to reduce stress in the moment. Physical activity is one of the most effective ways to combat stress. Exercise helps reduce the levels of stress hormones in your body, like adrenaline and cortisol, while also stimulating the production of endorphins, natural mood lifters. Mike, who was initially skeptical about exercise as a stress reliever, started going for regular runs. He quickly noticed that he felt less stressed and more energized after each run, and it became an important part of his stress management routine. A balanced diet can also help manage stress. Certain foods, like those rich in omega-3 fatty acids found in fish like salmon, and antioxidants found in fruits and vegetables, can help reduce inflammation and support brain health, which is crucial when dealing with stress. Carol, who had been relying on fast food during stressful times, made a conscious effort to eat healthier, and she noticed an improvement in her energy levels and mood. Getting enough sleep is critical for managing stress. Lack of sleep can make you more vulnerable to stress and reduce your ability to cope with everyday challenges. Jake, who often sacrificed sleep to meet work deadlines, realized that this was only making his stress worse. By setting a regular sleep schedule and sticking to it, he was able to improve both his sleep quality and his ability to handle stress. For those dealing with chronic or severe stress, professional help may be necessary. Cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, is a highly effective treatment for managing stress and anxiety. CBT helps you identify and change negative thought patterns and behaviors that contribute to stress. Mike, who was dealing with chronic stress, found great benefit from working with a therapist who specialized in CBT. Through therapy, he learned new coping strategies and ways to reframe his thinking, which helped him manage his stress more effectively. In some cases, medications may be prescribed to help manage stress and its effects. For example, antidepressants or anti-anxiety medications can be helpful for those with severe anxiety or depression related to stress. However, these medications should only be used under the guidance of a healthcare provider. Sarah's doctor prescribed a short course of anti-anxiety medication to help her through a particularly difficult time, but she also worked on lifestyle changes and therapy to address the root causes of her stress. Recognizing when to seek help. It's important to recognize when stress is becoming unmanageable and when it's time to seek help. If you're experiencing symptoms like constant anxiety, depression, trouble sleeping, or physical health issues like high blood pressure or digestive problems, it may be time to talk to a healthcare provider. Persistent stress that doesn't improve with self-care measures should be taken seriously. Mike's experience is a perfect example. What started as occasional stress eventually grew into chronic stress that affected every part of his life. It wasn't until he sought help from a therapist and made significant lifestyle changes that he was able to regain control. Whether it's through therapy, medication, or changes to your daily routine, there are resources available to help you manage stress and improve your quality of life. Conclusion: taking control of stress. Stress is an inevitable part of life, but it doesn't have to control you. By understanding what stress is, recognizing the different types, and using effective strategies to manage it, you can reduce its impact on your health and well-being. Whether you're dealing with acute stress, chronic stress, or something in between, taking proactive steps can make a world of difference. Thank you for joining me on Health Square today. I hope this episode has provided you with valuable insights into understanding and managing stress. If you found this episode helpful, please subscribe, leave a review, and share it with anyone who might benefit. Remember, managing stress is not just about reducing pressure, it's about living a healthier, happier life. Until next time, take care.